If I were to ask you the question, what really gives companies the ultimate competitive advantage, I'll bet that your answer would be talented people. Women leaders, and women in general, are the largest pool of untapped potential. Women equals profit. In order for companies and countries to be successful, they must build sustainability and competitiveness into their strategic objectives. Organizations must take advantage of the largest pool of talent possible if they wish to forward their strategic agenda and to compete sustainably in today's global environment. Organizations that strive to make improvements for women can't help but create a better and more equal opportunities for all. Women are an asset and are increasingly being viewed as such. It's no longer an issue about women. It's now an issue about business. It's not about accommodating the women in the workforce. It is about engaging the total workforce. And it is about organizational effectiveness. What really needs to happen is that we need to be willing and able to talk about what is truly happening for women inside organizations. Whether we realize it or not, unconscious biases affect women in the workplace. If a woman behaves in a way that's considered outside the normal boundaries, women receive lower ratings in their performance appraisals, and they can face resistance to their leadership efforts. Women need to outperform men to be seen as their equals. Feminine behaviors are deemed to be incongruent with leadership behaviors. Competence is assumed for men, but must be proven for women. Gender role expectations and assumptions are applied to women. The Ruby Report is presented as part of the solution. What are the initiatives? Which ones are the ones that actually drive women's promotions? The first, strong mentors. The second, developmental opportunities. And the third, effective feedback. If you only get those three drivers, you are not getting the whole picture, and you are missing a huge piece of what it takes to be a successful woman leader. And what we found was that there were 4 additional elements, 2 from an organizational perspective and 2 from an individual's perspective, that had a significant impact on the women's ability to get promoted. 1 was the opportunity to work flexible hours, and the other was the opportunity to telecommute or to work from a flexible place, a flexible location. The women said and agreed that there were 2 things that were they not in place, they could not have been enabled when it comes to being promoted. The first was top performance, and the second was career ownership. There was consensus on which one was number 1, and that number 1 was strong mentors. Without exception, having strong mentors along the way was the number 1 driver of advancement for the women in this study. Mentors help their protégés to see themselves as high potential leaders and can leverage the acceptance and affirmation of others to build a stronger leadership identity. So strong mentors was the number 1 driver that the women in the study felt made the biggest impact on advancing their careers.